situation, and Rudy Gobert is back. He missed center court, and we are underway in Houston 3 at Toyota Center, including that loss that DB just mentioned last night against the Thunder. Here's Durant, guarded by McDaniels, a terrific defender, and we see it on display, getting the swat there. DiVincenzo launches and cans a three-pointer. He's off to a great start this year.
So this is a Minnesota team that scuffled at the start of the season after back-to-back conference finals. They didn't look like they had much juice or verve, but then all of a sudden really playing good basketball.
17-6 in their last 20. Durant using the Şengün screen, and he's doubled. Şengün not a threat to shoot, so he takes it in and missed the layup, affected by Gobert. And now DiVincenzo with a lob to McDaniels, and a 5-0 start for the Wolves.
Two possessions, you're playing off your defense, you get out. And one of the things Chris Finch has liked is the pace his group is playing with. Boy, you score like that, takes a lot of pressure off you in the half court.
No look, Şengün. DiVincenzo rising to block Thompson. Thompson gets it back and finishes, though.
Okay, now Dante, you're talking about maybe the best athlete aside from his brother in the NBA. How about that initial defense by Dante?
Minnesota's 8th in the league in defensive rating, 6th in offense. McDaniels 3 spins out. Houston, number 9 defensively. They're actually 4th in offensive rating, but it's been a miserable 2 weeks on that end of the floor. And the knock away by Gobert. McDaniels against Durant. Stripped by KD. Durant, an underrated defender with the takeaway. And Okogie missed the dunk. I don't know if he... There's Julius Randle with his first shot attempt.
There's that fadeaway I talked about. He gets below the free throw line, folks. He's going either shoulder on that.
Randle 22 points per game, 3 points per game better than last year, his first in Minnesota. Turnover, Houston. Randle up the court and challenged by Durant.
That's 2 layups Kevin Durant has saved.
Şengün spinning on Gobert. He comes up short, got it back, and Şengün able to finish. An all-star last year for the first time. Numbers even better for Şengün this season, just 23 years old. Pocket pass to Gobert, bumped off the spot by Şengün. Three minutes gone by, Minnesota leading by 3. And a foul called. Houston, Minnesota, game 2 of a 4-game road trip. They'll be in San Antonio tomorrow. The Spurs are up on Minnesota by a game in the conference standings. Şengün unable to connect from 15 feet. Houston just 2 for 9 from the floor. McDaniels trying to shake Durant. Again, good defense. Randle, who's played in every game this season, said it's a goal of his to play 82 again this year. He did back in 2018, and he talks to the Rocket bench after the bank in from deep. Thompson down low. Şengün bumped by Gobert. And Şengün able to power that one up and in.
This is a guy who is very much the center of their offense. Still trying to catch his rhythm. Had 5 turnovers the last game, but boy, he will bury you deep in the post and use great touch.
DiVincenzo off the back rim. Amen Thompson averaging 5 points per game more than he did last year. It's year 3 for Thompson. Still working on his shot as Gobert strips Durant. Ahead to Randle, and he'll take it all the way and slam it down, and it's 12-6 Minnesota.
Again, making plays with their defense and turning it into paced offense.
Already forced 3 turnovers, 3 blocks, and 3 steals for Minnesota in the first 4.5 minutes. And a foul called on Randle. Jabari are 6th in the NBA, and that's a big reason why they create turnovers. As Durant can't get that one, but Şengün with the tip-in. Durant has yet to score, but Şengün has 6 of the 8 for Houston. Screen set for McDaniels. Gobert rolls. McDaniels puts it up. No. Knocked out of bounds. And it will stay with Minnesota.
Some of their best basketball. Nasri told me they're 6-1 in January because of 2 words that their play is predicated on. He said, we trust one another, we're finding one another, and we're building and holding each other accountable.
They're playing without a point guard for long stretches. Anthony Edwards is playing the point guard, which takes away, as brilliant a player as he is, there are some things he doesn't do when the defense is loaded up and staring at him initially.
Here's Durant, who committed a foul on the other end and hits a 3 for his first basket and gets the Rockets back within 3. So Anthony Edwards missing his 9th game of the season. He missed 9 games the last 3 years combined. You know he wants to play. And as Angel mentioned, he'll be back soon. It is possible we could see him tomorrow night. Randall's 3 off the side of the rim. And J.D. Davison, the G League MVP last year, getting some run as a point guard. You touched on Minnesota's lack of point guard play. Houston, with Van Vliet's injury, needs the minutes from Davison as Durant hits again. He's got 5-foot points.
Well, you wonder if Davison being in the lineup is maybe because Ime is coming to the realization that his team might need to play some traditional minutes with the traditional point guard. And what he likes about Davison, he's a fearless young man, and he's more natural at the position than Amen Thompson, who has gotten a lot of run there.
Gobert with the block on Şengün. It's batted right back to him. And then Smith's 3 off target. McDaniels, who has 7 points already, gets the rebound. Gobert in transition. Missed the layup, but the tip-in is good.
Well, that transition was a lot of trust. The first pass to Dante, you've got to know he can catch it with very little vision. And then the little dump down to Rudy, that is nicely done.
Gobert unavailable on Tuesday against Milwaukee. Had too many flagrant fouls, and from here on out, every flagrant foul he gets will be another suspension. So he has to be careful as Smith blocks McDaniels, kept alive by Conley. Shot clock down to 5. Randall trying to create space, spinning. There's the fall away, but well defended by Smith. Picked up by McDaniels, gets it away in time before the shot clock expires.
Tough make, but how about the defense from Jabari Smith? A year ago, before he put the time in to change his body, he might have been on the deck with that Randall push.
Conley bats it out of play.
Bully a lot of guys, and a lot of guys bigger than him. That was really impressive individual defense.
Clint Capella checking in. He did not play the last 2 games as Smith attacks. Missed it the first time. Got it back though. And fouled. First free throw. Naz Reid, 6th man of the year 2 years ago. Playing maybe throw shooter. Good stroke, but can't knock it down. Let's take a look at our upcoming national TV early game against Philly. Dallas at Knicks, Boston in Detroit.
Boston, Detroit, top 2 teams in the East. The Boston Celtics and the job that staff and that team has done.
They're 25-15. Quite a gap between 1 and 2, but then 2 to 7. Everybody's kind of lumped together. We are officially in the second half of the season, beginning right now as Naz Reid gets the basket. Should be an entertaining final few months of the regular season as teams jockey for position. A 10-0 run by Minnesota over the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Thompson out to Davison for 3. Spins out and 1 and done for Houston.
That 3-point shooting woes continue. 1 for 5 to start the game for 3. 6 for 22.
25% 3-point shooting in the last 7 games for the Houston Rockets as Durant hits the mid-range shot. And he's found a groove here late in the first. He has basically half of Houston's total, 7 of the 15, and now a timeout.
Game plan things we can clean up. We gave Reed Shepherd 3 looks like wide open. We can't do that. So got to clean that up. Other than that, it's pretty good.
Even in their runs, you guys have been able to capitalize with runs of your own. How do you think that you guys have been able to spread it around offensively and sharing?
Just stay poised. It's a game full of runs. It's going to be ups and downs, but the biggest thing is control. We can control and execute.
Thanks. Dave.
Well, they certainly executed offensively, but as Şengün is fouled on the drive.
Jabari Smith has worked very hard. He has shown himself capable at times of high pull on you. And Jabari's, sort of talked about that. Against Chicago, the one win they've had in this stretch, he made big shots. You have to stay confident.
And we saw the lack of shooting maybe impact Jabari Smith Jr. and how he talked to the officials because he got a technical. Conley hits a long 2, and the lead back to 7. Mike Conley, year 19, 38 years old, as Thompson, I think, was trying for the reverse dunk and turns it over. Here's Naz Reid, 11 points off the bench in that first quarter to lead all scores. He's number 2 in bench scoring this year. Gobert penetrates, mauled by Şengün. And so Gobert has got 3 shot attempts so far, made 1. First free throw of the game, no good. Time for tonight's draft. You sign up.
I'm going north with both their projections tonight.
Now Durant 3 of 6. This is after struggling shooting the ball last night. He was 7 for 23 and 0 for 5 from 3. Randall 3 for 7 so far after 12 of 18 on Tuesday against Milwaukee when he had 29 points. Shot clock inside of 5 seconds. Jalen Clark, an excellent defender, but may have got a piece of the arm of Amen Thompson.
And even if they acquire the point guard of their future, or if Fred VanVleet comes back, look at the growth is going to raise his level on the offensive end.
I'm glad you mentioned VanVleet because he would solve a lot of Houston's problems, but the torn ACL in September, is there a chance he comes back? Obviously that would be a game changer. They would get a true point guard and a guy that can make 3-point shots. Second chance opportunities for Minnesota, and Conley's 3 in and out. Here's Shepherd. Conley staying right in his grill. Şengün tried to hit him. It somehow got to Shepherd. The kick out pass and the 3 off the mark. Rebound Naz Reid ahead to DiVincenzo. And DiVincenzo gets the lay in his 5th point.
But at least that last sequence for Houston, there was more movement, pace, a little bit of crispness.
And as we say that, you get the overthrow, but been a sloppy guy that wasn't drafted. Makes it even harder to crack the rotation to be an impact player on a great team. Şengün looking to attack Gobert, backs him down to the circle, and the floater is out and rebounded by Reid. Houston shooting 37% from the floor, but only down 8. They're 3 for 8 at the line. McDaniels, who had 9 in the opening quarter, attacks, comes up short, hits the deck, and Şengün with a clear. And Gobert greeting Shepherd, so back it out. Look to drive, pull up 2, no good, his first miss. Rebound DiVincenzo. Nobody gets McDaniels in transition, but he bricked the 3. It bounced right back to him. DiVincenzo. Gobert tips it home.
That's multiple possessions of 3 and 4 opportunities off the offensive glass. We're accustomed to seeing Houston do that to teams.
Houston was up 6-0 early in second chance points, but it's evened out now 8 apiece. Shepherd off the Şengün screen, too strong on the 3. Şengün with the offensive rebound. Bounce to Tate, and the reverse layup good for Jae'Sean Tate, getting some minutes here in the first half. Played in about half the games this year for Houston, 6-year pro out of Ohio State. Ime Udoka going deeper into his bench tonight after the game last night. Gobert with a nice touch in the paint.
You can see the value, though, of having Jaden McDaniels growing as a guy who they're comfortable putting the ball in his hands.
Gobert again impacting everything defensively. It hits the shot clock. Going to stay with, they're going to say it was touch. Here's Smith looking for his first points. 0 for 4 from the floor. On the baseline, he'll rise and miss. Backside board Tate, and the step back. 2 buckets off the bench for Tate.
And he's playing hard defensively. Denied DiVincenzo a catch on the last possession, like hasn't been in the rotation.
DiVincenzo drills a three-pointer. That's his second 3-ball.
They've given a couple of open threes in transition. You can see Ime.
Years. Low-scoring game here, though, as Houston shooting 36% from the floor. They have just 2 baskets this quarter, both by Jayshawn Tate. But Reed Sheppard takes care of that. He's got 11.
I love that. He got chewed out on his way to the bench. The family motto is don't be soft. I'm being uncomfortable if Ime is in my face chewing me out for sure, because he can be intimidating. But the kid comes right back on the floor and gets aggressive offensively. That's great.
Tough pass there. Just the second turnover by Minnesota in the game. Sheppard finds Durant. Rhythm 3. It's good.
I'll tell you this, the pace Reed Sheppard is playing with offensively has changed the tone a little bit offensively for Houston. He's going full speed in everything he does.
And they're back within 6. Durant has hit his last 4 shots, and a push by a
screen by Rudy that causes him to push poor Bones.
Curricular activity. Second technical on Houston in the game. Good hustle. So back-to-back turnovers for Minnesota after they had 1 for the first quarter and a half. Sheppard allowed to penetrate, missed the floater, soaring in there to bat it out is Tate. Durant fires underneath to Capella. Reverse layup is good.
So keep in mind here, both Tate and Capella are playing. And if you see Steven Adams, that large figure looming over there on Houston's bench, he is in uniform, but we're under the understanding that he's not going to play. And so a couple of guys getting run that maybe is a little earlier or out of sequence.
Yeah, Coach Udoka, as Randall banks it in again from that angle. That was a 2-pointer, but Ime told us before the game that because it's a back-to-back, Adams would not play tonight. But he is in uniform on the bench for Houston. Nearing 4.5 to play in the first half. Durant, mid-range, no good. Boarded by Randall. Averaging about 7 rebounds per game. To go with 22 points, Randall spinning and puts up an air ball on the layup try. Durant in the open floor. High off the window and down for Kevin Durant. He's got 12.
Communication was how they have to get back and communicate on where each person is. They were very frustrated with the lack of communication and finding shooters in transition, expecting that to be an adjustment in the second half.
And an 8-1 run to end that first half for Houston. A 12-5 run, Angel, to close out the first quarter. Randall attacking and scores against Şengün.
He punishes people. Julius on the dribble drive. Looked like Şengün might have taken a shot. But that is Julius bully ball at its best.
Randall's got 14. Reed with 17 to pace Minnesota. Houston is lost 4 of 5 coming into this game tonight as Şengün gets the basket, a foul on Randall.
And below the free throw line, he is looking. His target is Alperen Şengün. And Kevin's talked about this. It's like, I haven't played with a low post center with as many offensive choices as Alperen Şengün will present. He is so talented, Alperen.
Houston ball, chance to take its first lead. The Rockets a game out of second, or 2 games out of second. Minnesota a game out of second in the competitive Western Conference. Şengün underneath to Okogie, out to Durant, lets it fly, got it. Rockets take the lead for the first time, and Durant is 4 of 4 from 3. Houston is 7 for its last 9 from 3-point range. Conley no good inside. Şengün pushing pace. 5 on 3. Pull up 3 off the mark. And a foul underneath is Gobert passing Nowitzki and moving into 6th all time. A foul again on Gobert. So 2 quick fouls on him. 3 Minnesota's got 11 for the whole game. Durant. McDaniels got the block. Leaves for Randall on the break, and Randall count the basket. His vibe, his happiness impacts those around him, and said he's really worked on that and being a leader to a lot of the younger guys.
It takes maturity to make that efficient, Dave, and understand that how you show up every day, can have a negative impact if you're setting a tough tone.
Here 12 for Randall, second with the Wolves. Durant wants to take Gobert. Gobert with the poke. And Gobert up the floor. Durant is all over him, taking his jersey out of his shorts, but no foul is called. And then Şengün on the other end missed it. McDaniels with a rebound. Gobert's down the court. Can they get it to him? DiVincenzo saw it late. Randall missed the layup, but a foul. Live, but we just showed the audience as Durant makes the free throw. And Randall 5 of 6 at the line. Here's Angel.
Was telling me just being more intentional with his impact with other people and understanding that the pressure wasn't on him. The big word that Chris Finch also mentioned in this second year with this team, he said there's a trust, that understanding we want the best thing for him, and he just allows himself to be a better leader this year.
He said, Angel, the playoff run last year as well. Amen Thompson with a double clutch and slam ties the game at 62. But just to finish that point, it was the run for Randall in the postseason. Finch said he thought in the first 2 rounds Randall was a top 5 player that postseason as he scores there against Durant. Randall has all 9 of Minnesota's points here in the first 3 minutes of the quarter. Durant, great anticipation. DiVincenzo saw it coming. Leaves it for Randall and the slam.
Boy, what a great play by Dante. Anticipation.
Randall has 11 points, meanwhile, in 3.5 minutes as Smith gets his first points of the game. And he'll here. Gobert, 3 fouls in exactly a 2-minute span. Will check out. Reed on the floor. Smith completes the 3-point play. 1-point game again. Minnesota has the best record in the NBA in the month of January, 6-1. Best record in the league, along with Oklahoma City, since Thanksgiving. After a slow start, they have rounded into form. And without Anthony Edwards again tonight, his 2nd straight game missed with a toe injury. Shot clock expires, and Durant again.
Peek at the shot clock, and then step up and challenge.
Durant bumped, put it on the rim, and will go to the line.
Players on the floor. Like there's just, I'm here for all of it. The pleasant and the unpleasant. Wow, 2 free throws by Kevin Durant.
He's an 89% free throw shooter. One of the best free throw shooters in NBA history. And they're going to get a Kogi for a foul here. He talked about unpleasant exchanges. We saw one. Randall for 3. Front rimmed it. Wow, DiVincenzo way up there. Durant fell down. I don't think Smith saw him. Now there's a clock issue.
Oh yeah, big time clock.
Play here and get it settled. Durant holding the back of his right team. Kevin Durant with 22 to top Houston. Şengün 11 points, 11 rebounds. Şengün driving middle of the lane, goes to the left and lays it home.
See what I mean about where they're operating, though? It's between, the painted area and the top of the key. That slot is where those 2 guys are doing a lot of work.
Reed, corner 3, hit it! Naz Reid, 4 of 5 from behind the arc.
That guy is so gifted offensively. From catch to release, it happens quick.
No shot, going to be a foul. All-star last year. 1 for 4.
This team is 7 for 15, 7 for 16 as a team from the free throw line. That's 9 points.
Only down 2. Randall going at the chest of Şengün, and Julius Randle with the smash.
He's had 3 times he has punished Alperen Şengün.
25 points for Randall. Şengün trying to return the favorite. Naz Reid with the hang and score, plus a foul.
Who's the hardest hitting running back punishing you as a defender? Because Julius Randle's been doing that to Şengün.
I gotta have to think about that because like I'm trying to think about in today's NFL. 2-point lead for Minnesota. Derrick Henry maybe.
Stiff arm.
Shot clock down to 3. Şengün in the lane, gives it up, and again DiVincenzo read it. Şengün cleans it up, count the basket. He got it away before the shot clock expired, and he'll go to. And he hits to complete the 3-point play. And the crowd roars. The loudest they've been all night. Midway point of the third, Houston by 1. Bones Highland, quiet night, hasn't scored. And a foul called here. Save the challenge because this is it. He only gets one more.
Yes.
Highland missed the first free throw. Very important player off the bench this year for Minnesota. Misses both free throws. It's contagious. The bad free throw shooting. Şengün working on the rookie Beringer. Looking to drive again on him. Shot clock down to 4. Stopped his dribble. Timer's at 1. Okogie has it swatted away by Reed. Randall going to work on Smith. And he slid that pivot foot. A traveling violation on Randall.
Oh, he had him beat.
Beringer settling in for what's to come from Şengün. Looking to drive on him. He backs him down. Şengün faked the behind the back pass. And DiVincenzo weaving through traffic. Gathers after losing it. Shot clock down to 8. Here's Randall. Finney Smith has him on the switch. Conley, wing 3. It's good for Mike Conley.
Well, how about that guy? You know, not getting the minutes, obviously, given the year and where he is career-wise, but stay ready, stay confident.
That's his first 3 and the 9th for Minnesota. 6 lead changes in the game. All have come here in the first 7.5 minutes of this quarter. Turnover by Houston. Randall going to work again on Finney Smith, spinning, falling away, money for Randall.
That fadeaway, Dave, the amount of separation that Julius gets.
16 in the quarter, 27 on the night. And now a foul called on Randall on the other end. More free. They got the blood cleaned up, and Durant hits the free. Durant up to 24. He's averaging 26, which, by the way, is the lowest since his first year in Golden State. But still, obviously, pretty good for a guy in his 19th year. Minnesota by 2. Conley driving. Feeds Reed, who lost the handle. Reed out near midcourt. 3 to shoot. Reed buries the long ball. He's 5 of 6.
That is ridiculous. That's Amen Thompson checking him in front, prepared to challenge. So tough.
23 for Reed. He and Randall have combined for 50 of the 79 for Minnesota. Sweet move. Amen Thompson with the hanging finish in the paint. Thompson's got 12. DiVincenzo, the lob to Beringer, broken up by Capella. Durant almost traveled and then throws it off of McDaniels. Out.
The way we got to do defense.
Naz Reid and Julius Randle have 52 of their 82 points. In what ways can you make it a little bit more difficult for them to close out?
Points. It's also the most he's had in a quarter with the Wolves. As Durant drills a 3, he's 5 for 5 from deep. Houston back in front by 2. The Rockets have lost 4 of their last 5. They're 8-10 in their last 18 games after a great start, and trying to avoid losing both 6-1, looking to keep it going without Anthony Edwards, who's missing his 2nd straight game with a toe injury. DiVincenzo downhill, missed it. Gobert is there with the flush. quarter. He's got 14 points in 14 minutes. Randall's got 29 for the game for Minnesota. Reed with 23. Durant drive and kick. Open three. Thompson way off. And out of bounds to the Wolves.
A confident pull the trigger, make that shot.
Conley missed it, got it back, falling out of bounds, taken away by Shepherd. 5 on 4 if they hurry. Smith, swing to Durant. Underneath to Şengün, behind the back to Thompson. Şengün, such a gifted playmaker. Conley draws the foul, and he'll shoot 2, the first free. Shepherd commits his second foul. Conley knocks down the free throw, his first attempt of the game. Well, neither team has shot it well at the line, both of its 19th season. Missed the second one. Şengün blocking out Gobert. Şengün, it counts, it goes in, not what he was hoping for when he left the floor, but he's up to 21 points. Şengün also has 13 rebounds. McDaniel's been quiet since the first quarter. Şengün got the deflection and gets on the floor and rips it away. Now Durant up the floor. Smith with the slam. And the Rockets have their largest lead of the night. Timeout, Wolves.
Great.
Yeah, Houston outscoring Minnesota 9-3 here in the fourth. Empty possession for the Wolves, and now Durant up the floor, keeps the dribble, takes it all the way. Kevin Durant, count the basket and a foul. 30-point night for Durant. His 14th 30. Offensive night, shooting the ball 0 for 5 from 3 last night. He's 10 of 15 tonight, 5 of 5 from 3. He has missed 3 free throws, but he's got 31 points, and Houston has its largest lead. 3 minutes into the fourth. Okogie with the strip. Şengün will wait for a guard. Smith blows by his man, missed the layup. And DiVincenzo pushes it ahead to Randall. Randall in traffic, dribbles through the double, goes underneath the goal. Finds McDaniels, the corner 3, no good. Not a lot of second chance opportunities for Minnesota. Houston is +7 in second chance points. Timer at 5. Durant pull up 3 off the side of the rim. Out of bounds to Minnesota.
You can see they don't go back to Davison at the point guard spot. They're playing almost.
And a 7-0 run in the last 2 minutes for Houston. Here's Highland. Randall, wide open look. And Julius Randall now 32 points. Foul is called here. First personal on Highland. And the 3rd team foul.
To run good offense here.
In Minnesota, down a weapon. No Anthony Edwards, the 7th leading scorer in the NBA, missing another game due to a foot injury. Shepherd off the back rim and rebounded by Reed. Randall driving at Şengün, underneath to Highland. In trouble. Finds Randall with the timer down to 10. Randall back to work, and a foul on Şengün.
Oh, it looked like
Henry's 8 of 9. Now 8 of 10. Minnesota. So you got Thompson, Durant, Finney-Smith, Okogie, and Smith Jr. for Houston. DiVincenzo, Reed, McDaniels, Highland, and Randall for Minnesota. 7.5 to go. 5-point game. Durant telling Smith to get out of there. Wants to go one-on-one against Reed. Shot clock down to 5. Durant with 2. Pulls up. Count the basket. A 3 for Kevin Durant. Durant 6 of 7 from 3. 35 points for KD. Randall goes behind the back. Lost the ball. Bodies hit the floor. Finney-Smith's got it. Tied up by McDaniels. Jump away from passing it. Houston wins the tip. An 8-point lead, the largest for the Rockets on the night. Durant wants the ball. Got McDaniels on him. Shot clock down to 7. Durant with the left, goes to the elbow with 2. Smith has to hoist, gets it away. Or did he?
DiVincenzo was coming over, and Jaden is talking to him like, I want to stay on this matchup.
McDaniels gets to the rim. His first points since the first quarter.
Yeah, but back-to-back plays. He gets the stop on Kevin. Great communication with Dante, and then get that in transition.
Back to a 6-point game midway through this final frame. Setting his feet is Smith and knocking down the three-pointer. First 3 of the game for Jabari Smith Jr. Largest lead for Houston at 9. Reed's got the height advantage, and he just powers through the chest of Okogie. For 3. Houston trying to take a double-figure lead for the first time tonight. Smith for 3, and not that time. He made one before the commercial break. Now DiVincenzo racing up the court. Shovels to Highland, who gets a clean look to the basket, and Bones Highland finally on the board.
Kevin Durant getting...
Shot clock down to 6. Şengün. Back to the basket. Bodies with Randall. Air ball on the fall away. Rebound McDaniels. A collision near midcourt, and in terms of game time, he's only out 49 seconds. He's got 35 points. McDaniels driving baseline, tough angle, missed it. Gobert offensive rebound and fouled. And Gobert, who's 1 of 6 at the line, now in double figures with 10 boards. Another air ball, the second for Gobert. And Gobert silences the crowd. I don't know if you saw in the shot, that was a great shot we just had there in the background. Somebody at the scorer's table, right behind it. A lady was covering her face. She couldn't look on the second free throw. She can now as Gobert buried it. Durant behind the back. Finney Smith. Shot clock down to 5. Şengün for 3. His struggles continue from behind the arc. 1 for his last 20. Big possession for Minnesota. Randall. And a foul called as Gobert was trying to catch the pass. Randall.
A men's like me wants to hear what people...
Gobert missed them both, kept alive by Reed. And Şengün with another rebound, his 14th. Şengün coast to coast. They work it around to the corner. Okogie fouled by Gobert. Okogie tried to...
17 for 31 is Minnesota.
And Houston now 14 of 27. Coming up when we are done, the ESPN, Miami and Indiana from Miami. And of course, divisional weekend, including the game we'll have for you Sunday afternoon between the Texans and Patriots in New England. 4-minute mark, Houston by 7. McDaniels off the bounce, knocks down the pull-up J.
He's had an impactful quarter, and he's going to continue to absorb the Kevin Durant assignment. Can he continue to make it tough?
Got 2 baskets here in the 4th after none since the first period. Şengün setting the screen for Durant. Great bounce pass, KD. Şengün met in the air by Naz Reid. And then Thompson takes the ball away. Şengün underneath for the slam. Chris Finch not happy at all. And Houston with a 7-point lead. 3.5 remaining. Minnesota's turned the ball over 6 times this quarter. And a foul called here. And in the month of January, Reed got them both. 5-point game.
This is going to be an interesting offensive possession. Where are they going? They're going to get the other two guys back in, I assume.
Up 5, both Şengün and Durant back on the court. Şengün spins against Gobert. Timer at 5. Şengün falling away. And Alperen Şengün with 25 points now.
That is tough, folks.
2:45 remaining. 7-point Houston lead. Randall. Couple of pump fakes. His fall away is short. Şengün hits the floor. Houston ball. And Durant wants it at midcourt. He's got 35. His season high is 42. Durant hits the cutting Smith. Stops at the elbow. Okogie, corner 3. Rebound Gobert. The lack of 3 and a foul called on Gobert on the screen. That is his 7 here in this fourth quarter. They trail by 7. Durant. Pull up 3. Kevin Durant can't get that one. Just his second miss from 3-point range. And the misses allow Minnesota to hang around. Deep post, Randall. Count it. Julius Randle. He's got 35, and it's a 5-point game.
We've talked about Houston's struggles. You were managing that one defensive possession. You got those 2 guys out. They sat. Then you used your timeout. You had it. You still have 2 remaining. But you got to navigate this.
Thompson hangs. Gobert with the good defense and the quick outlet. Randall up the floor. Julius Randle with the slam, and it's a 3-point game with 90 seconds left. 37 points for Randall. Again, brilliant offensive play with Anthony Edwards out again tonight. Durant working on McDaniels.
Oh,
they're going to call an offensive foul. Tie it with a 3. Here's McDaniels off the Gobert screen. Driving on Tate, goes to the left hand and draws the foul. Second. But McDaniels misses the free throw, the 15th miss.
In your closing unit now, if you're Ime Udoka.
Second free throw is good. It's a 2-point game.
And now you can just completely send 2 to Durant and say somebody else step up and make it. Can Jabari be that guy?
Smith trying to free up Durant on the screen. Randall and McDaniels both hanging with KD. Shot clock at 8. Durant driving, moving to his left, gets bumped and missed the shot, but will go to the line for a pair.
Jaden McDaniels pleading the case that he feels like Kevin Durant is using his off arm to get the kind of
the NBA for the future Hall of Famer. Both free throws go. It's a 4-point game.
Both teams 2 timeouts remaining.
Naz Reid, 25 points on the night, shovels to Randall. Randall puts it on the floor, spinning in the lane, stripped by Smith. What a great defensive play. Tate comes out of there with it. 30 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock down to 13. Minnesota will not foul. With Durant and DiVincenzo shoving each other, and now a foul is called on DiVincenzo. Durant wanted it earlier.